Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody is well rested. And we're all gearing up for Christmas. We've come this far. We've come through COVID. We've come through the ups and downs, and nothing stopped us. We're here now. For all of you out there who, one way or the other, suffered tragedy this year, either through COVID, through illness, through loss of job, through whatever, I pray for God to heal you. I pray for God to restore you. I pray for God to put his hand on you and to remind you daily that he's there for you. Welcome to the Inspirational Anna Show, the show that aims to inspire, educate, and bring out the best in you. Today we have two women coming on, and let me tell you, we're talking fire. We're talking women on purpose. We're talking women who take what they do seriously. And so, as usual, I'm going to give you my poem for today. And I always pick my poem based on the guests that I have. And because today I have two women on fire, here's the poem that I'm giving you. It's called Soul of a Storm. She has the soul of a storm and the freedom of the wind. She has eyes like the stars with moonshine within, with the strength of the sea and lightning in her toes. She dances on the breeze of change wherever she goes. Hotter than a volcano and deeper than the oceans. A whirling, swirling myriad of feelings and emotions. She's a daughter of the earth, primordially inspired. Listen to this. She is water. She is wood. She is earth. She is fire. All right. So without further ado, let me introduce this water, wood, earth, and fire. We're talking to Svetlana Ratnikova, founder of Immigrant Women in Business. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Here comes Svetlana. She is fire. Hello, Svetlana. Yes! Let's pump it. Let's pump it. I told you, we haven't even started and you already feel the energy. I don't know about you. I feel the energy. I'm ready. Let's do this, Svetlana. Let's not waste any time. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Svetlana Ratnikova. You described it perfectly well. I am a fire, water, wood, but I guess the biggest word that I would describe myself is love. I believe that anything that we do in the world, as long as we love each and every human being, each and every butterfly that comes our way, each and every moving piece that comes our way, we love unconditionally, we're good to go.
Then we're good to go. Love does it all. Love is freedom. Love is joy. Love is strength. Love is courage to go on and do what we have to do. So how did you find my poem?
Fantastic. I love it. I mean, we need to go back to basic, you know? My son always says that all the wisdom in books, bang on. I mean, it's all there. We need just to go back to basics. Instead of playing on the phones.
Let's go back to basics. Let's go back to love. Let's go back to courage. Let's go back to caring about each other. So, Svetlana, there's too much going on with you for us to waste time.
Yes.
Right? So far, we haven't wasted time. I think we've inspired people already. All right? So, you're the founder of Immigrant Women in Business. That's just a small aspect of what you do, right? But We all know the struggle of immigrants. We all know what immigrants go through, the fear, the feeling left out, the all the things that immigrants have to deal with in a new country. So please tell me the why immigrant women in business? Tell me.
It comes always on. It comes with our personal stories, right? I mean,
Mm,
our personal stories they allow us to, if we work hard and permit ourselves to find that courage to be who we are in this
mm-hmm,
country, we all can,
mm-hmm,
and with the help of friends and mentors, and fighting each and every day for that meaning and purpose in life, we can do that. We can find that. But again, it's your personal story, and I think that each and every that's one of the reasons why Immigrant Women in Business was born. Because me personally, who's the head of the organization, I truly felt that I could help women.
mm-hmm,
I knew that I wouldn't be able to help everybody to start and to scale the business and to believe and to live the life with the full spectrum of financial freedom. But it's not even that. I mean, I knew that by opening something in kind of community spectrum, I would be able to give hope to a lot of people, to bring
mm-hmm,
people like myself who have a lot of connections, and with combining all those connections, we'll have more resources to help other people. That's really what it is. And it's like any business, doesn't really matter, for profit, non-profit. That's the value that we bring to people. That's important, right? And by ourselves these days, we cannot do much. So it's a power of collective, a power of togetherness.
mm-hmm,
It's a whatever. It's a non-profit, for-profit. Doesn't really matter what type of organization. The name of the game today is collaboration, partnerships. We all kind of build our own tribes, but
mm-hmm,
now it's an ability for leaders to work together, which takes a lot of courage. It's a next level of development,
mm-hmm,
personal
mm-hmm.
and professional development. It's not easy to work with leaders. We all
Yes.
develop our importance because we
Right.
earned that, right?
Right.
But this is the wisdom. That's why I believe that immigrant women can execute it very well, because women,
Mm,
they usually, the way I see that, we have less ego. We have less when we
yes.
accomplish things, because we are caring, because we are driven by love to our children.
Mm,
That's how God created us. So it's it's easier for us to build relationship. We are masters at building relationship. I believe that we
yes.
are better than building relationship than gentlemen, because we sincerely lead with love. We are
Yes.
trained by raising our children, so it's not really somebody is good or somebody is bad. I mean, we just have that skill and talent, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's how Immigrant Women in Business was born. For many different reasons. One is my personal story, because I could tell I developed a network, and that's what my mentors kept telling me. Svetlana, you're helping those women anyways. You're helping a lot of immigrants. Why don't you start the organization? In
Okay.
my head, I was, first of all, why would I start by myself? It would be boring,
Yeah.
right? So I need to bring 100 people like me. And that's how Immigrant Women in Business was born.
That is amazing. You know, you said so much that a lot of times us women don't understand the power that we wield. A lot of times we let life situations, I shouldn't say we let, but life situations tend to, you know, push us down and things like that. But for immigrant women who are listening or will be listening as time goes on, please tell us something, including myself, tell us something that will make us fearless, that will make us remember the kind of power that God has given us. I find I because I deal with women a lot, I find that sometimes we actually willingly want to sit on our power. So please help us, give us some words or some inspiration of why we need to get up and move with our dreams.
It's basic principles of life, right? You
Mm,
don't need to be smart. You don't need to be PhD. That's why I love leadership in Canada. In reality, in order to be successful in life, happy in life, really, that's what success today. New Rich is happy. You don't need to. be super clever, super smart. You need to just surround yourself with positive minded people,
Mm-hmm.
which why I think it's very inspirational because it costs nothing.
It
I
costs
mean, it
nothing.
costs nothing. You go and network with people. And I mean, of course, you go to networking events, there'll be 50 people. Not all of them would be your friends, but
Yes.
from 50, 100, that's how I build my network. From 50 people who I get in a room,
Mm-hmm.
one, two, or three. That's how you slowly build your network. Those people,
Yes.
they're positive, they're driven, maybe they're immigrants as well, because this way you share the same story, they
Mm-hmm.
understand where you're coming from, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how you build your network. And that network, we know that it's in all the inspirational quotes, your network is your net worth.
Right. Right.
And that's what's available in Canada. I think this is one of the simple inspirational actions we all can take.
Mm-hmm.
So that, because I know that people, it's tough, it's difficult, this and that, but I mean, again, there's not, you don't need to be smart, you don't need to pay, you don't need to again get funding for that. You just need to get your beautiful body off your chair and go and meet people.
I
I
like
think this
that.
is inspiration on its own to live in this country and have an ability to do that. And
You know, Svetlana, you made it so simple. You don't need to be smart. You don't need funding. You don't just take your beautiful body and go out there and network. And that's the key word, because sitting in one place is not going to bring you the success that you need. Let's face it, difficulties are part of life. There's no getting out of it. Difficulties are part of life. So, as you're saying, maybe there's a woman out there who say, "Oh, but I'm not smart. Oh, but I'm an immigrant." Of course, sometimes life hits us hard, and we tend to wallow in that type of thing. We tend to, please hit us again with hit us with another advice, so that if there's a woman out there who, through no fault of hers, is drowning in sorrow, is drowning on self-doubt, is drowning in shame, which it goes on all the time, please hit us with it. Svetlana, tell me what to do, because
so
maybe.
don't give up no matter what. I mean,
Mhm.
this is, I believe that for mothers, it's, we just owe to our children. I mean, a lot
Mhm.
of immigrants I find, including myself, when I was going through my first marriage, and a lot of immigrants I mean, let's talk to immigrants in Canada and the United States. We deal with a lot of them. And then I get it. I mean, we bring our husbands often, and those husbands, they bring different culture to this country.
Yes.
In other cultures, that's okay to abuse the woman, because
Mhm.
in reality, half of the women around the world, they don't have basic human rights. In
Yes.
Canada, we do. So a lot of us, we go through a beautiful process.
Mhm.
It might be painful, of course. You go through divorce, but if your abusive husband chose to keep abusing you in this country, it's up to you to step up and take your human rights, because in this country they are available. And again, it costs nothing.
I like that. Let's remind the women again that abuse is not acceptable. Get up, ask for help, and it's free. Please hit them with it.
Yes, and it might be easy to say, but I mean, again, I can only simplify the message. I mean, nobody was helping me while I was doing it. I stepped up for myself, but I do recognize that's why Immigrant Women in Business was born as a nonprofit organization. I
Mhm.
understand that I was born in Russia. I was trained. I'm very disciplined. I'm a hardcore woman who can do a lot of things. Right? I mean, my
Mhm.
father is a very strong leader. My mother gave me so much love. I graduated university. I do recognize that some people, they're lacking skills, and they're lacking maybe that love that was given to me by my parents. I
Right.
get it. So that's why people like us, we step up. We understand. I mean, we can do a lot of things, But part of what we do, I feel that we owe to ourselves to help those people
Mm,
who were not fortunate to have parenting like maybe yours and mine,
mhm,
or maybe they're not fortunate to get university education. Maybe it's difficult for them to have 4 kids and they come here without speaking a word of English.
mhm.
It's more difficult. I had one child. I have one child, but I clearly see when people have 3, 4 kids and when
Yes,
they're single parents, it is tough.
very tough.
It was easier for me. I had one, but go
Mhm.
deal with 4 when you're a single mother. It's easy to say, "Oh, okay, let me leave my abusive husband with 4 children."
Where are you going?
Yeah, well, where are you going, right? I mean, with one you can figure it out. Maybe you can ask your friends to stay in their house, right? But with 4, I mean, most of the people they. So again, the word of inspiration, the solutions are always there. Stick to your network, reach out to people, and yes, I mean, don't give up on your spirit, right? All the solutions are there. I mean, go to people, go to your tribe, go to the network of people who would just do anything to help you. Immigrant Women and Business is one of those networks where people they can come to us, and we'll always find a way to help them.
Awesome. So, a lot of times, even with the 4 children, maybe the abuse, the husband doesn't understand you, you don't understand him, the children are growing, they have their needs. What you're saying is you can't give up. You must hold on to your dream. The dream, you cannot give up on it. But to make the dream come true, what you're saying is that find somebody who will support you. You're
Correct.
not just saying get up and leave your husband, leave your home. But what you're saying is find a network that will support you. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yes. I mean, that network would have all the available resources for you,
Mhm,
including babysitting services when you need to go somewhere. You need to find a better job. You need to find the funding for your business. In the reality, you can buy a lot of things, but you cannot buy people who would genuinely want to help each other.
mhm,
And this is the value of building sincere relationship, and again, the power of surrounding yourself only with positive people and
mhm,
supportive network. And it's available in Canada. That's why when we grow in this country, we get that feeling of happiness, and we want to
mhm,
give that happiness to other people. But
mhm,
again, none of the people who I know who became happy, rich in numbers and in happiness, for me that's the most important, they did it by themselves.
mhm,
So
mhm,
number one, it's always I've never met people who are lazy and became and earn being happy anywhere in the world. You have to work very hard,
mhm.
and I believe that for immigrants it's not an option for the.
No,
I
no.
mean, they have to work very hard, because I mean our kids, it could be the different story. I mean, we already accumulated capital, we can already help them to fund their businesses, which is good and bad. Right, but again, for us, I think it's a gift being an immigrant. I think it's a gift
Oh,
living in
wow.
this country, being a woman. Again, look at the women around the world.
Wow.
They traveled, they lived in different countries. I lived in Abu Dhabi. I mean, what was many years ago, but
Mhm.
it clearly hit me. It was 30 years ago that being rich has nothing to do with being happy.
Yes,
You
yes,
want to live in a
yes.
country where you have all the wealth in the world and you have zero basic human rights for women, when you're not allowed to drive or open the business, right?
Mm,
So in Canada, we have a gift. And my message to all the women, especially immigrants, I think it's a blessing to be an immigrant, especially when you came here and you cannot go back. It's
mhm.
a gift, because now you have to make it no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you just go, you progress. So that's why when you hear people saying, "Oh, immigrants they build this economy." Yes, they are, because in the first couple of years
Tell them,
they have to move so
Svetlana,
fast.
Svetlana, tell them.
They have to work so hard. But I mean, it's beautiful gift. That's what
Yes.
allows us to earn our charisma, to look
Awesome.
at those challenges as an opportunities, because we have no other choice. It's
So what you're
beautiful.
saying, so Svetlana, what you're saying is that not having a choice isn't exactly a bad thing, because It's like, yeah, now you're here, you have 4 children, your husband probably doesn't even
Of course.
understand what's
I mean,
going on.
it's
This is
again, I look
where,
at it, of course, I jumped through all that, I lived through all that. To me, I look at it as a gift. Thank you. That's how I looked at all the women today, especially who end up being in Canada. Thank you. We went through abuse. We went through living in countries with no rights for women. It's all those challenges. They allow us to be who we are today. People like me
yes,
and you. We live
yes.
through happiness. We live through inspiration. But all those challenges, take it, because God gave it to women to and grant them today where we are today, especially in Canada, to earn that, to own it, and to capitalize and to move it forward. Because
Oh,
all those challenges, they made us stronger. And now
wow.
it's the time for women. It's a
Now it's
beautiful,
time for women. So
beautiful
nobody
time
is
right now for
saying,
women.
so you're not denying the fact that we go through hardships and depression and all that. But what you're saying is get off your, you know what, you
Yes.
know, because there's only success on the other side of what you're going through. There is only success on the other side of the depression, the loneliness, the hunger, the abuse, but it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. It's up to you. Be the person who creates your own better path. Correct? Is that what you're saying
It's
to us?
absolutely 100% correct. There's no problems. Problems, it's when you may be in Syria and there is a war. There's a problem,
There's a
right? Because nothing you can do about it. All those people who would challenges that people go through, financial hardship, loss of job, loss of whatever, it's not a problem, it's a challenge. It's a God-given blessing. It's an opportunity for you to grow. So if you look at the challenge as an opportunity to grow, you're good to go. And that's one and only way to look at that, because that's what is going to make you you. Through
mm,
all those challenges, I mean, God is giving you the direction to find your purpose. So if
mm.
you're going to go through those challenges, so look at you, thank you very much. You fail in your business, thank you very much. This is the learning lesson. Okay, my next one will be better. I learned something about it. So you go, you move, you move, you move. And this is how you find your purpose in life. And
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So Svetlana, so Svetlana, you said in the beginning that you have other business, a bigger for-profit business. What is that business and what is it about?
it's a full spectrum social, the business in a social impact field.
Okay.
Social impact, you know that we live today in an economy which is a purpose-driven economy. We entered conscious capitalism finally, where all the business people, all the leaders, they come together to make a difference in the world.
Okay. Okay.
Right? That's a big story around that, but this is why we came out from retirement to make a difference in the world.
I like that.
Yes.
So you went into retirement and you came back to make a difference in the world. So I like the message there. You didn't just retire and go and sit there and drink coffee and feel good. And I
That's
mean,
how you get depressed. Yeah. Money is totally irrelevant. Often people, they just focus on money. It's totally irrelevant. When you do nothing, that's it. You're going to, when you're not progressing every day, when you're not facing challenges and taking risks, starting businesses, getting moving forward in a progress, you know, your life coach, it's not going this way, then you're going that way. I mean, there's no in the middle. Often people, that's one of the reasons also why Immigrant Women in Business was born, because people that think that they're in the middle. Guess what? When I talked to them 20 years after I didn't talk to them, because I said, I'm going that way. Are you coming with me? We have to work very hard, right? They said, no, I'll stay here. 20 years later, when I start talking to them, Anna, I couldn't find words to talk to them. I had nothing to talk to them about. I said, what? I mean, you're the person?
Are you the same person?
Like you were 20 years ago, right? So, but again, it's all good. It's always the time to start. It's always today.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I mean, there are people who opened their company at the age of 47. You know who those people are.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Walton, he founded Walmart, right? It's never late, right? It's always today. We always can start tomorrow, right? It's all good. But, I mean, you better move. You better move each and every day. And Again, the inspiration for today: massive action. You gotta you gotta move. I mean, you cannot move just in your mind. You
Mm-hmm.
have to move by acting, but building relationship with people each and every day. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a basic definition of success in life and in business: building relationship, providing value. And each and
Brilliant.
every person who comes to Canada, you have Canadian experience, you don't have Canadian experience, it's irrelevant. Each and every person has value.
I
Even
like that.
if they end up coming to this country, they're already amazing people. They took the risk. They
Mm,
left their country. They don't speak the language. They left their religion. They left their family. They left their culture. They already took massive risk on themselves.
mm.
So, but again, when you land to this country, you have to be very smart here. You have to move because this country can comfort you, right? Oh, you
Yes.
don't need to work, take this, take
Uh-huh.
that, let me help you out. No,
Mhm,
no. The
mhm.
definition of success: taking risk, move fast, no settling. No settling. And I see people doing often. It's kind of, I mean, it's not good for anybody.
I
Don't do it.
like that. I like that. Basically, when we sum up this interview, what you're saying is that yes, we acknowledge that you came away, you left your family, you dropped everything, and you came. Sometimes, no thinking that it's going to be all what's the word they're looking for? Roses and stuff. Then it hits you. First, you have to deal with immigration, then emotional and mental issues because it's a new society that you have to adjust to. But what Svetlana is saying to us today, that the fact that you got up and left everything and came here is an opportunity. What Svetlana is telling us today is that being an immigrant in Canada is a blessing. What Svetlana is saying to us today, that yes, you can feel sorry for yourself and everything, but that's not going to put food on the table. That's not going to put a roof over your head. You should get up in tears sometimes and go out and find positive people who will support you, who will encourage you, who will push you forward. What Svetlana is telling us today is that don't be lazy because Canada is a beautiful country. You'll be supported, you'll be given food, a place to live. And but the question you should ask yourself is that all you want out of life? Because there's more beauty out there. So, Svetlana, within the next 2 minutes, we're done. Give us a last heavy message so that when we remember you, we strap our boots and we move forward.
I would stick to basic. Again, people go to people. Never give up on your dreams. I mean, Canada is a gift to universe. You can have anything you want in this country. Work very hard, love people, never settle. If you feel comfortable getting up in the morning and you don't feel excited, or maybe even basic one, when you wake up in the morning and your goals not excite you, or you're not even often, I mean, that's a great way to be in the morning when you get up and you have no idea how you're going to accomplish that goal. That's where you want to be. You want to be not at least comfortable as possible in this country.
Yes, yes.
Comfort has nothing to do with success. Constant, you have to be constantly challenging yourself, body, mind, and spirit. And I would end that that temple is your temple. You have to look after that. You have to look after your health. There are a bunch of health modalities. Use them. You have to exercise your spirit. You have to exercise your brain. For people who just start moving forward on progress, you have to invest in yourself at least 15 minutes of brain exercise
Mm.
every day. I mean, if you don't have today mentors, get them. If you need mentors, ask me. I'll give you beautiful mentors who will do anything to get you, move you forward. So, but exercise this, exercise your body. There's no excuse. You have to go to the gym, or whatever you do. You have to do physical training. You have to do cardio training. Even
Mhm.
if you get all the success in the world, I mean, if your body is not in shape, uh You're not going to play soccer with your grandchildren.
It's called no, no.
All the money. No. So the success is in consistency. It's a
It's
consistent effort over.
inconsistency.
Do it every day. I remember I didn't speak English when I came to this country, but every day I would put it in my headsets, right? All the motivational speakers, right? Because you want to learn from. I learned English from listening
Yes.
to smart to people who are positive, enthusiastic, who are. That's how I learned the language, right? So learn from positive people, exercise your mind, body, and spirit, improve each and every day, and they're all equally important. And you are the most important person in the world. And a lot of women, they suffer because they give a lot. When you're in the right direction. When you wake up in the morning, you look at your mirror. It's not your children, it's not your husband, it's you is the most important person in the world after God. Obviously God comes first.
Yes.
So we get on the knees and we are humble and we are grateful for the universe right in the morning. But then if you don't feel like you're the most important person in the world, you keep working on yourself, because once you get that, once you love yourself more than anybody in the world, that's where success comes.
It's over.
Your leadership.
Once you love yourself, it's over. It's over, because nothing anybody says gets to you. You're focused. You're going in the right direction. Like you said, you're going this way and not that way. Svetlana, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Mwah.
Thank you, Anna. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And let's work together to make this world a better place. I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely, because we're on the right path. We've been given the energy. And so let's keep going. Let's do what we have to do. Ladies and gentlemen, for anybody watching the show, stay tuned. We're coming back within 10 minutes with another powerful woman. Today is Inspiration Saturday. And it's been Svetlana Ratnikova, founder of Immigrant Women in Business, and so many other things. Svetlana, keep the fire burning, and we'll talk soon. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Hello, we're back. And we're back with Anita Quaye, a beautiful lady that I really admire, a real estate agent who works very hard for her clients. She's very supportive of me, and I'm very supportive of her. And so we're coming together to bring you information on real estate, buying real estate, and everything. But we're going to start with the most basic. Within this half hour today, we're going to give you the basics of buying a house. But before we do that, because Anita is such an amazing woman, I definitely have to do the poem to let her know that she's on fire and I'm on fire with her, that everybody is out there to support her. And then one day she'll be a billionaire and she'll support all of us, right? All right. So here we go. Miss Anita, this here is a poem that I definitely have to read it for you. It's called Soul of a Storm. She has the soul of a storm and the freedom of the wind. She has eyes like the stars with moonshine within. And Anita truly has eyes like the stars, with the strength of the sea and lightning in her toes. She dances on the breeze of change wherever she goes, just as calm as anything. Hotter than a volcano and deeper than the oceans. A whirling, swirling myriad of feelings and emotions. She is daughter of the earth, primordially inspired. She is water, she is wood, she is earth. Miss Anita is fire. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Anita Quaye, our guest for today. Hello, Miss Anita. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for that poem. That was very inspirational. I really appreciate it.
Well, you're an inspirational woman. You inspire me. So what can we say? It's all good. How are you?
I am excellent. It's a beautiful day, you know, good health. What can we ask for?
What can we ask for, right? So we're not going to waste any time because I really want us to give people as much information as possible. Within this half hour, I want us to cover the basics of when you want to buy a home. Like, what are some of the things that, one should look out for? How should somebody prepare? But before we do that, please tell us a bit about yourself so that people can understand who you are a little bit.
My name is Anita Quaye, as Miss Anna introduced me. I am a local real estate agent. I predominantly serve the GTA, but I am based in Durham region, so my office is in Ajax. I'm a mother of 3, so I'm a hustler. As you know, that being a mom is a hard job, so if we could do that, we can do anything.
Awesome.
Exactly. And so my purpose actually is to actually help our community to build wealth through real estate. And so that's my passion. That's what I like to do. I love helping first-time home buyers because in this market, the market is so hot, it's on fire. The prices are going up almost daily.
Yes.
So the whole process, it can be really stressful and overwhelming to purchase your first home. So I do bring guidance to my first-time buyers, as well as I do work with investors, sellers, all of that. But first-time home buyers, especially in our community, is my passion because I do feel like our community has not been too educated. This country, we rent, and then nobody tells us that there is an opportunity and it is possible that we can own properties. So that is my passion, to educate our community on how to purchase homes. Because purchasing homes, even if you purchase a home and live in it and don't do anything else, no investment, you build equity in that, and that's always yours. No landlord can come and kick you out. There's nobody that can come and take it away.
Awesome. So what you're saying, I like that you stressed on the fact that you support first-time home buyers, because a lot of times, like you said, we don't understand how the process is. We get scared. You watch TV and you hear that it's $1 million house and people can get into the market and this and that. And sometimes with all that information, you look at yourself and you feel like you can never achieve that. But how does a person like that, who listens to all this, talks about $1 million home and this and that, how does a person find the courage? Where does the person start from? Right? So let's say the person said, okay, now I have the courage. What is the first step they have to take?
What maybe a lot of realtors will tell you, okay, talk to me first, talk to a mortgage agent. But since we're on the Anna Inspirational show, I'm going to tell you what I personally did to get right my first home. Miss Anna, I kid you not, I wrote it down. Okay. And I think that is the first step that you have to do when you decide that you want to do anything in life, is you have to put it on paper.
Yes.
That I want to purchase a home and I want to do it in this amount of time. Because as you know, sometimes there's things that we cannot explain in this world. But I do believe that when you put things on paper, things, just like this show, somebody might be listening saying, hey, I'm thinking about it. Now I come on the show and I say, it's possible, right? That you do want to purchase a home, okay? The second step is you're going to find a rock star agent, okay? Such as myself. When you find, you have to put...
rock star agent. I told
exactly.
you, she's awesome. Rock star, man.
Yes. So you have to put people on your team who are going to believe it. Come to me and say, yes, I was working with an agent before, but they told me it was impossible. I told them anything's possible. Is once you come and you sign up with me, then I put you in touch with my mortgage agents. Okay. Things that the mortgage agent is going to look for this, because if you're first time home buyer, you have no idea. So before I even start showing you stuff, we have to make a plan from A to Z how do we get from just the vision on the paper to actually purchasing the property, right? So when you meet with a mortgage broker, they're going to ask you for how much do you have down payment, okay? People get scared about the down payment. I don't know, but it's better to know so that we can then form a plan to get you there.
Right.
If you have $0, I've had people who had $0 come to me and I said, that's not a problem. This is how you're going to go from zero to the amount that you need to purchase the property that you would like. Okay.
Okay.
So they're going to ask you for your down payment. They're going to look for your income. So how much do you make on a yearly basis? You may think that, oh, I'm only making a little bit, so I may not qualify. That we can show you ways what you can do. I've had people put their parents on, maybe that's putting, another family member on to help strengthen your application.
Right.
But there are ways. There's always a way to overcome a hurdle, an obstacle.
Okay.
So they look for your down payment, they look for your income, and they look for your credit.
Okay.
A lot of people are not sure about their credit score, so that would be the first thing to do, is to pull your credit. When you pull your own credit, some people may think, oh, I don't want to pull my credit because, one, I'm scared to even know what the score is. I think I have bad credit, or my score is going to go down. So when you pull your credit yourself, your score does not go down. It doesn't affect your score at all. If somebody else pulls your credit, that's a different story. It may affect it. Your score may go down. Have to know your score, because even if it is low, then now we can put a plan together to get you to.
So hold on one moment. So when you say, because maybe somebody doesn't understand what it means, credit score, right? I mean, when you say down payment, it's easy to understand. When you say how much you make, it's easy to understand. When you say credit score, maybe somebody has no clue what that is. So tell us what that means and where you go to find that.
The system that they use is the Equifax system to gauge. That's what we tell you to do. You would just go to www.equifax.ca or .com, or you could just Google Equifax, and then you would put in your information. And what Equifax does, it gives you a score based upon your credit. It's within the amount of time, I can't tell you the whole thing, how the credit score is made up, but it goes on how many credit cards you have.
So one moment, let me. So Equifax is the company that gives credit score, or where your credit score is stored and you can ask for it. And what is their website again? Repeat that for me, please.
.com.
www.equifax.com. So this is information that is free to you, that you can get at any time.
It used to be, I think, monthly subscriptions that they'll keep up with your credit score. Now it is free, which a lot of people don't know. You can go on Equifax and pull your credit report for free.
Okay. So now the mortgage, like you, the realtor and the mortgage agent, now sort of become the support system for the person who wants to buy the house, correct? Right. And even though the person may be doubting, I don't make enough money, my credit is not good, nobody, blah, 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 you can work with the person on a journey, maybe within a year, maybe within 2 years, working with the person on every aspect of their issue to be a house owner.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So go on. I interrupted you, but sometimes I like us
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Break it down, because some people may not understand. You're absolutely right. What a credit score is, how to get the report. So yes, that's what you would do. So right now you can get a mortgage with as low as 680. can even still get a mortgage because there are different lenders. I mean, the banks prefer you to be within the 700s. But right now, interest rates are so low that even if you go with a B bank, it's pretty competitive.
What's the difference between an A bank and a B bank?
Just your A banks. It's like National Bank, banks that you wouldn't see get a mortgage from.
Okay, go ahead. We're listening.
There's always a solution. There's always somewhere that you can go to get a mortgage. Not a problem. I would walk you through that. So once we determine how much down payment you have, what your credit score is, and your income, and you are able to purchase, then I would look and see, okay, choose what type of neighborhood and the type of home. So if you have, say your budget is 600,000, okay? I would say, you know what, forget it. There's no way, because you're going to get a condo for that price. But if you're okay with, maybe a little bit of a commute and looking outside of the city and maybe a townhouse, then I can direct you to different areas. We can look at Durham region. We can look at different areas. So that's why it's so important to get pre-qualified so that we know exactly what type of a house and what location we're looking into.
But what you're saying is that don't be afraid of the process, because you as a realtor and the mortgage agent are there to make your dreams come true and to make sure that you are able to purchase the home that you need. Is that what you're saying?
So once we do that, then we start looking and then we find your dream home. Now, hold on a second. Let me say this. A lot of people are discouraged because they say, okay, I want to get out of this rental situation, but my dream home is a detached. I must have a detached house. Okay. So then their mindset is detached house. I need, say, 100,000, which is a Durham region, right? I only have, say, going up so quickly, a lot out of the market. Now your dreams are going away. You're getting discouraged because in your mind you have to have this detached house and you're saving towards that. To get into the market, get something so that you're into the market and you're able to build the
right.
I would say don't focus on your dream house. You just want to get into the market so you can you can start with, say, a condo, right? You can downtown Toronto, but I can show the areas where you can get a smaller condo and you can and so for instance, you but you're not going to be able to hold the mortgage rate. A client who said, okay, Anita, my dream is to live downtown Toronto. I really want a condo downtown Toronto. So I said, okay, listen, let's get the condo in the outskirts. We purchased something in the North York region. Okay. Is because at the time she purchased a condo, she wasn't able to out her condo. And her plan is to rent out the condo for maybe a year or two, so that build herself, get up to the income level, and sell the condo. Then she can buy her dream condo downtown at this point because she has the equity built up to do so.
Yes.
It's going to happen in a few years. This is a single lady. Maybe she finds a partner. Now you guys combine the incomes together. You can keep that as a rental property, the condominium. from the condominium and then still buy your dream.
Hold on. So you're saying that, so let's say this person that you helped buy the condo, let's say over time, the person now is doing better. Or let's say they stayed the same, but they've been able to purchase the condo and it now has equity. They can take some of that equity and invest in another property and rent the one they're living in. Is that what you're saying?
So the one that she has purchased, it's already rented out.
Okay. So before we go any further, let's say the person's income didn't improve over the period of time that they own the condo, but they've made their payments, equity has been built. Can they still go ahead and do what you're talking about?
Take out equity. Now, the situation I'm talking about, she wants a dream condo, so that's going to be in and around, maybe 800. Somebody who just says, okay, I see how the game's working. I just want to build the wealth. I want a few properties. You can keep your property because that one is already rented, and then put it towards, say, a second condo. So now you decide, you want to live in that condo? Yes, you can live in that condo and still keep one rented. You can switch the condos. Say you buy one that's not as nice, you rent out that one, and then you move into this one that you have. So yes, you can still do the same thing. Or say this person is saying, okay, now I want my house, right? I don't care about dealing with tenants. I don't want to really do the multiple property thing. I want to build my family and I want my dream house. Now we sell that condo and you take the full price that you get from there. And then you put the money that you get from the condo. Now you're going to have more money to put down a down payment for a bigger property. So that's how we can move from a condo to maybe a townhouse or even a detached house at that point.
Okay. So now we're going to break it down. As I've listened to you, we're going to break it down, like everything that you said, right? So Miss Anita Realtor, that's what we'll call her today, Anita the Realtor. Hey, I've given you a tagline.
I'll take it.
You're going to have to pay me, Anita.
Don't worry, I got you.
So what Anita the Realtor is saying is that think about home buying as pride, as wealth building, as number one, right? Miss Anita the Realtor is saying, don't be afraid to make the move and to think in terms of being a homeowner as well as a wealth builder. Anita the Realtor is saying, Anita, I am here to support you, to walk through the whole journey with you. And that is a promise. I know Miss Anita, she doesn't play. She's as calm as anything, but she comes as fire. So
exactly.
If Anita is telling you that she's going to support you through the journey, she means it. So what she's saying is, don't worry about income. Don't worry about anything. Once you decide, and actually you should decide to be a homeowner, because it's a difference between being broke and being, reasonably rich, right? So what Miss Anita is saying is that don't let fear control your decision to buy a house, because many of us, sometimes we're like, oh, but I don't have that kind of money. Like I said, when you listen to the news, they talk about how this is $1 million home and you need to be making this money and that money. But Miss Anita, please give us some assurance that when we call you, because we will be calling you, that
yes,
you will work with us. What I like is that Anita is saying just because you showed up, then it happens right away. There are processes that we have to go through. So, Miss Anita, what would make us call you if we're sort of like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What will make us call you?
Me is that, like you said, the first you have to have a desire. Okay.
Yes.
You have to, in this world, specifically Canada, Toronto, Ontario, where we're living right now, even if you look back into history, those who have become millionaires have done so through real estate. The stock market is volatile. The banks will not loan you money to put your money into the stock market because it's so volatile.
Right.
But the banks believe in real estate that they will actually loan you as much as 80%, 90% to purchase a property. Okay, so you put down a little bit of money and then you're able to control a large asset. Okay, so you put down as little as, say, for example, 5% on a $500,000 house. Okay, 25,000, and you're controlling a $500,000 asset. It's all a game, and I'm here to play, and I'm here to show you how to play the game.
Ooh, girl, she went there. She said it's all a game.
It's a game. You cannot be afraid.
You cannot be afraid. She's here to play. And she's not talking about just playing. She's talking about teaching you how to become rich, because you're paying rent. Let's say you pay rent for 10 years. If you take the step, if you move, become a little bolder, and you call Anita the realtor, oh girl, you're in trouble with me now. If you call Anita the realtor, my girl will be able to walk you through the process of becoming not only a homeowner, but wealthy. She'll take you through the process. So, Anita, if somebody wants to reach you, how can they reach you?
It's just my name on Instagram, which is Anita_Quaye. On Facebook is Anita Quaye. And my phone number is 647-784 sold. So that's pretty easy to remember. 647-784-7653, which is sold.
Say the phone again, please. I'm putting it on the chat.
Okay, 647 784
784. Oh no. Oh, we lost her a bit. But yeah, so 647. There you go. 647-784.
there.
Yes. So, Miss Anita, we want to thank you for joining us today and for making it real and very basic for us. So before we go off within the next 4 minutes, what can you tell anybody that is listening, especially young people who now have good jobs and stuff? Because I think they have opportunity there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Please.
Can you hear me?
Hear you.
You can hear me?
Your lips right now.
So tell us something, especially for first-time home buyers, as you said, that they can come up with and go on this journey of buying a home.
Not hear you. Can you? Okay.
Unfortunately, our mic is not working too well. Anita's mic is not working too well.
I cannot hear you. I don't know what happened to my mic. I got a call and it just took you out. So information. And then if anybody has any questions, then you can give me a call.
Well, unfortunately, Anita's mic is off. Not sure what happened there, but as we have discussed, Anita's phone number is here. Her website is there. Do connect with her and, set on the journey of buying a home and becoming wealthy, creating generational health. Thank you for joining the Inspirational Anna Show today. It's been fantastic. We have brought you two powerful women doing amazing things, and we hope that you will. Anita, can you hear me now? And we hope that you will be inspired. You are inspired and will go on to do something amazing, not only with yourself, but the people you're surrounded by. Thank you and have a nice day.
Bye.